Good evening, wrestling fans. This is Ryu Sensei of the Animated Wrestling League. We are bringing you right now video footage recorded by our security cameras from backstage at the AWL Arena, the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Last week, after our show, Black Tiger Justice and Tiger Mask 3 running into each other quite literally out in the parking area near the loading dock, and just absolutely wailing on each other. That shovel, unprotected shots to the head with the shovel. This is not a sanctioned wrestling match. They're not in a wrestling ring. That is concrete out there. Black Tiger Justice, we believe, was the instigator of this attack, but Tiger Mask 3 had enough, I think. Even after Tiger Mask 3's victory at the Golden War in that brother versus brother Tiger Brothers Explode match, Black Tiger Justice has been saying and will not shut up about the fact, or the opinion, that he carried Tiger Mask 3 for their entire run as a tag team, and TM3 is absolutely sick of hearing about that. He disagrees! And he is right now, right here in this footage, again, this is about a week ago, showing that he is more than capable of pounding Black Tiger Justice. I'm starting to feel sorry for the shovel. Now, I can tell you that because of this, Black Tiger Justice and Tiger Mask 3, they have not been invited to the building tonight. They will not be here. The AWL Commissioner decided that this Tigers War is getting a little too hot, and that both sides need a chance to cool down. We will have action between the Tiger factions a little bit later, but it's going to be as minimal as the card will allow. We do still have a full 5-match card for you tonight, wrestling fans, so we'll hope you stay tuned. We'll hope you'll subscribe to the Animated Wrestling League. Just hit that subscribe button down there, and so you never miss a match, and you'll be here when, and frankly, if the Tigers War finally comes to any kind of conclusion. And these people are, I'm genuinely scared what they're going to do to each other right now. But for tonight, Tiger Mask 3 fighting off the forces of the Black Tigers. Starting off tonight with a little one-on-one action to sort of reintroduce a character who made a surprise return from injury last week.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring, AWL trainee number 7. And her opponent making her way to the ring. From the Isle of Steel, the modern-day Amazon, Athena Jane.
Athena Jane returning from a long injury hiatus on account of just a plethora of injuries that had just added up and actually were a lot more serious than anyone thought. We're lucky to have Athena Jane back in the Animated Wrestling League. She made a return last week as the surprise 5th and final challenger for Black Tiger Queen and the AWL Intercontinental Championship. We are due to find out what the stipulations will be for Black Tiger Queen's challenge to Wakazaki later tonight. But right now, Athena Jane looking to reclaim her former dominance here in the Animated Wrestling League. And it starts with a warm-up match against trainee number 7. Trainee number 7 of the Animated Wrestling League Dojo. So somebody drew the short straw or lost the push-up contest or something. Bang the gong, we are on 10-minute time limit in this standard AWL rules match. Coming up later tonight in the main event, the Black Tigers will take on Wakazaki and Spring Tiger in an improvised tag team. And we are set to learn the stipulations for Black Tiger Queen's challenge to Wakazaki for the AWL Joshi Championship. This match will be considered part of the Tigers' War. Despite the fact Wakazaki Eye, not a Tiger, the Unified and Black schools of the Tiger style have agreed to count this match. In the semi-final, it's going to be a 4-on-4 Atomicos match with Sombo no Yaiba set to be the next challenger for the AWL Grand Championship against Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, the best in the world, the Billy Goat. It's going to be the Pit, the United Empire, 4-on-4 tonight. And we got 2 matches in the danger zone. Emily Nagasaki versus Kaminari-Hime in the Joshi division, and Giant Skills versus the VKA, with a lot of different people trying to get out of the danger zone before the season finale coming up in just about a month's time. All that and more to come later tonight on the Animated Wrestling League. Focusing back on this match, so far our trainee number 7 has done a pretty good job going with the striking game so far, trying to hit precision points on Athena Jane in order to possibly survive this match. No trainee has ever defeated a main roster wrestler. But just the idea of going a 10-minute time limit draw, you're not cleaning the dojo for a month. You're jumping up in the ranks. You become senpai pretty much immediately. 20 count in the AWL, of course, on the outside. Irish whip off the ropes and a punch right to the stomach, and seems to be staggering the modern-day Amazon. Remember, Athena Jane, a former AWL Joshi and Joshi Tag Team Champion. She is one of the best. A survivor of the former wrestling organization known as Global Wrestling Monopoly. When the AWL finally defeated and destroyed GWM, she was one of the few talent to come over and has made a name for herself in the league. This could be... Oh! Flying forearm! It's working! And that was a 2.5 count, folks. I don't know what's going on here. That was a 2.5. Collar and elbow tie up, and even with the side... Wait a minute, going... Oh, downward spiral! That's an old school move, you don't see that much anymore. The suplex toss. Just about 3 minutes into the match now. I didn't expect the match to go that long, and it probably won't here. 1, 2, 3. Athena Jane does not believe it. Now, at this point, there's got to be a little gremlin in the back of the brain of Athena Jane. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Isatsuwaza, the fall of the gods. I was about to talk about ring rust. Screw that. 1, 2, 3. What? How? I don't believe this. 1, 2. We're trading near falls here. Yeah, it's women's wrestling, but what the hell is Dragon feeding these kids down in the dojo? I don't believe this. Oh, big boot, maybe aiming for the head. I think got her right in the chesticles. Oh, trust me, I know that hurts. Going back up now. I will say our trainee probably more talented in the high flying. It's very much not in Athena Jane realm. A flying forearm doing lots of damage here, and it does seem to be working. We're coming up on the halfway point of the time limit. Oh, wait a minute. STG, Spring Tiger Giri. Spring Tiger will be in action in our main event. Maybe a little inspiration. 1, 2. Holy crap. STG, Spring Tiger Giri. Running penalty kick right to the temple. And I don't mean the temple of Athena. Going for that lifting implant. DDT. Not going to get it. The implant flapjack. We're going to get something here. Fireman's carry position. Hot shot right across that elevator cable. We incorrectly call rope. And now trying to snap the leg off of this kid. Athena James had enough! Whoa! Another flying fist for the 1, 2. Athena Jane kicks what? What the fuck just happened? Well, we don't even have music. Well, there's no music for this, is there? They don't have music. They're trainees.
Here's your winner, AWL trainee, number 7!
Wrestling fans, you have been witness to professional wrestling history. We move on to first of 2 matches tonight with Danger Zone implications. Forearm shot starting off. The very kind assistants of Zidon J, both of them are in the Danger Zone with win-loss ratios of -9, which means 9 more losses than they have victories. The giant that you see in the ring right now, Kyojin Kobayashi, he's clear, he's okay. But his tag team partner, the Prince of the Pinfall, Hifumi Ryuji, currently 30-39 in his AWL career, so also -9, and that is tied for joint second worst male win-loss record in AWL Hontai. So we need to sort this out. The original idea of a triple threat match, or a triangle match, or whatever you want to call it, no, because obviously the very kind assistants would work together in that situation. So Kyojin Kobayashi stepped up and said, hey, I know I'm not involved in this, I know I'm well out of the Danger Zone, but put me into the Danger Zone match. We'll make this 2-on-2, we will make this an even fight. And while the VKA weren't all that happy with the idea of an even fight, they wanted a handicap match. This is what we got. Kyojin Kobayashi earning himself a bit of a fine there with the headbutt. And the very kind assistant thinking, oh, what have I gotten myself into with this monster? Kyojin Kobayashi of Giant Skills, they had a great start to the season, but it just kind of fell off for them a little bit later, in my opinion. Is just what happened there. Kyojin Kobayashi... Oh, wait a minute. Blood spilled here. I think broken open the hard way. Kyojin Kobayashi comes into this match with a record of 31 wins and 28 losses. That's +3 for his AWL career, and he's woozy. That second, when you start to feel your own blood trickling down your, I believe, forehead, it was cut open over the eye. And Kyojin Kobayashi going to need a second to center himself here. Running knee lift as Hifumi Ryuji, the Prince of the Pinfall, one of our better technical wrestlers, up against a man who doesn't know a hammerlock from a hemorrhoid. The very kind assistants never trained as professional wrestlers. They were and have always been Yakuza enforcers, hitmen, thugs, ankle breakers, knee breakers. But they wound up being assigned to the Zidon J project here in the Animated Wrestling League and have recently taken over. There you see the office lady, the only other employee of Zidon J that we've seen for a while. We have not seen Yamada Jiro in quite some time. Tag made, Kyojin Kobayashi thinking he's ready to get back into the ring after getting cut open. We got no cut man at ringside. We do have our medical staff backstage who will work with our wrestlers before and after every match, checking them out, making sure they're okay, patching them up as necessary. 15-minute time limit here, a knee lift counter, but Kyojin Kobayashi drops down, trying to outmaneuver Zidon J, and the very kind assistants, not very kindly, pounding away at the chest. Everybody's fighting the wrong guy right now. This is how you wind up in the danger zone. You wind up fighting the wrong guy too much. Taking a quick look at the win-loss records, the very kind assistants, 1 and 2 in tag team action this season. However, Giant Skills, 4 and 2, so they've had twice as many tag team matches going into tonight, not counting tonight. And they've got a fantastic record one of only, let me double check, only 3 teams in the AWL Hontai on the plus side of the ledger. And that's Gamba Shadows at 5-3. Tiger Mask W at 3-1. And Giant Skills at 4-2. All at +2. So Giant Skills, a win tonight could actually give them a pretty good chance of, if Hifumi Ryuji survives Botsamania, if he gets out of Botsamania, an opportunity to wrestle in the Forge the 4 tournament in between this season and the next. Double leg takedown. And it will look like palm strikes, open-handed blows, legal blows, fans. Wait a minute, a couple of hard shots coming in here as well. The office lady, Sakai Reina, happy to get involved. Third of the way through the time limit now. And of course, Sakai Reina's got to watch the referee, make sure she doesn't get caught. Roll back into the ring now. Looking for a dive, looking for the tag, hitting it. Collar and elbow tie-up does connect. Coming up, fireman's carry position. Snake eyes! Right into that top turnbuckle, knocking the Prince of the Pinfall loopy. You put him on the mat, you put him in a Techers match. I still think that's a ridiculous term, but okay. You put him in a technical match and he's going to come out on top. But against a powerhouse, oh, just like that, just like that. Can't get a grip on those dress pants. They're wearing belts. Who wrestles in dress pants? And are those loafers? What that? Are they even wearing wrestling boots? I've never understood how the very kind assistants haven't broken their ankles yet. Collar and elbow tie-up yet again coming into... Oh, trap now in the VKA corner. Tag made, tag Kogeki, tag team attack. Double Irish whip into a double shoulder tackle. Unbelievable. It's so simple. It's so simple. And there's the Yakuza kick. No pretense anymore. 1, 2... Wakazaki 2 count. Over the top, back into the ring, and boom! Kamigoye! Elbow strike back into the midsection now. Hifumi Ryuji in the wrong part of town. He has got to get back to the Giant. He's got to get back to Kyojin. Kobayashi, he realizes it. Is he going to make the tag? Yes, he is. Tag made. The very kind assistant suddenly fighting someone his own size and actually significantly bigger. Uh-oh, sliding rib breaker, knee strike. Tag. Into the ring we go. What are we going to see here? Oh, a knockout blow. The Giant is out. Zaidan J victorious, and now Hifumi Ryuji stuck in the danger zone. There's a few weeks left, maybe he can save himself, but it is not looking good. Oh, you can almost feel the ribs cracking there.
Here are your winners, Zaidan J.
Victory for the J Foundation, the Japan Foundation. Where's Yamada Jiro? One more Danger Zone match before we move on to our main events for the evening. As Kaminari-Hime looks to avoid being mathematically locked in the Danger Zone. This is a must-win match for the Lightning Princess if she wants to avoid the career-threatening Botsumania. If you're not familiar with Botsumania, I've been talking about it a lot tonight. 4 wrestlers, 2 from AWL Hontai here in Japan, 2 from AWL Strong and Free over in Canada. the worst win-loss records in their respective divisions enter the ring. 4-way elimination match. You win a fall, you leave the ring. You lose the third and final fall, you are fired. You are done. You are out of here. Emily Nagasaki currently sits at a record of 20 wins and 26 losses, ratio of -6. Kaminari-Hime in the danger zone, 4 and 13, -9. She's hoping her lightning speed will help her get out of this situation. She has to beat Emily Nagasaki tonight. Her tag team partner, that's not how you're going to do it. Kaminari-Hime's tag team partner, Majiku 2, who is at ringside along with her brother, El Hijo del Majiku, is already mathematically locked in the danger zone. If we don't want to see the Warriors of Lightning wrestling against each other in Botsumania, again, must-win match for Kaminari-Hime. This will be the last match with no entrances. If you're in the danger zone, no. You haven't earned the right to have us show your entrance to our YouTube fans. And you are a fan of professional wrestling if you're watching this, folks. Coming up next, we have got our Atomicos semi-final match. United Empire, the Grand Champion Will Ospreay, the NJPW Television Champion Jeff Cobb, Great O'Khan, and TJP Vyaswang will be in action as a unit against The Pit, Sombo no Yaiba, the #1 contender to the Grand Championship, Gyokto, the Dark Rabbit of the Moon, and Gamba's Shadows. And of course, main event, it's the Black Tigers versus Wakazaki Eye and Spring Tiger. We will find out what the stipulations for the next Joshi Championship defense are going to be. Irish Whip, off of the ropes, clothesline. Emily Nagasaki leading into that power advantage. I don't blame her for that. The second generation, half British, half Japanese professional wrestler. Youngest daughter of the original Kendo Nagasaki, who competed in the United Kingdom decades ago now. You can see that in the family mask. And of course, Kaminari-Hime, Enmascarada as well. And dropping down into... Nope, reversal. I will say Kaminari-Hime is the faster of the two wrestlers. Emily Nagasaki the stronger. Thundercracker! She knocks it out of the park, the Thundercracker. Maybe taking a little too long to go to the cover here, I think. And the where's the ref? Referee being distracted. 1, 2, and Hana Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, the Japanese branch of the family, absolutely screwing that up. That was a 3 count for Kaminari-Hime. If we get to Botsumania... Oh! Raiden's torpedo does not connect. That's such a difficult move to aim with in a 3-dimensional platform. Nagasaki drop into the Nagasaki lock. That almost inverted full Nelson, folding your opponent in half, their own weight fighting against them. Kaminari-Hime able to get out of it, but just barely. Damage done. She rolls through, and that's the speed advantage. Irish whip, and a beautiful hip toss. Kaminari-Hime bounding up to the top rope, but to descend from the heavens. 360 elbow, and I'm not... She must have gotten some of it. I think Emily Nagasaki was momentarily unconscious. Round and round and round we go. She doesn't have that head scissor lock on perfectly. Is she able to build up the centrifugal force?
5 minutes.
Halfway through the time limit now. Vertical suplex position. No! Drops down into the Jujigatame! Into the figure 10 hold. The Jujigatame! Oh, we've seen this. She loves to transition this into a pentabreaker. Going after the wrists, going after the limbs, and snicker snap! Penta Bureka. And with the arm gone from Kaminari-Hime, perfect setup. Wakazaki drop. Doesn't even bother with the submission hold. 1, 2, 3. Emily Nagasaki is safe from Botsamania. But it will be Majiku 2 and the Lightning Princess Kaminari-Hime mathematically locked in the danger zone.
Here's your winner, Emily Nagasaki.
And El Hyoda Majiku not happy on the outside. I don't blame him. But a big victory for Emily Nagasaki, onward and upward from here. It's the pit of hell versus the United Empire. What the heck else do you want? Seriously. This is just awesome.
The flower in the hand is the Tamikos match. Your winner, the next grand champion, has gone the shadow.
The #1 contender in the AWL Best 4, Sombo no Yaiba. He has been waiting in the wings while the Canadian National Championship was cashed in. And here we go. The gimmick infringement. Sombo no Yaiba defeated Tiger Mask 3 a couple of weeks ago to maintain his position. Ugh. And there they are, Gamba's shadows, joining the forces of evil. The United Empire has faced enemies from all over the spectrum of professional wrestling, but I don't know if they've ever faced literal demons. Let's see if you can even burn the hellfire. Burn it down till the ashes fill the skies.
And their opponents, the Atomicos combination of TJP, the Dominator Great So-Called, the reigning NJPW World Television Champion, Jeff Cobb, and the reigning Anime Wrestling League Grand Champion, the Imperial Assassin, Will Ospreay, and they are the United Empire.
Will Ospreay on his way to a date with Destiny and the AEW International Championship. TJP currently involved in the New Japan Best of the Super Juniors tournament. Of course, we've got Jeff Cobb currently holding the television championship of that promotion that nobody wanted and fewer people care about. And also Great O'Khan is here. "20 minutes on the clock. Bang the gong. We are on, and we are starting off with the champion and challenger of the Animated Wrestling League. We have got one grand champion. Because guess what, folks? That's all you need. We've got 2 shows. We've got 1 champion. We make it work. Jeff Cobb having to come in to try and help out against Sombo no Yaiba. We saw Jeff Cobb and Sombo no Yaiba clashing at that Monsters match in that 4-way tag team scramble at the Golden War. There are very few people in this world who are bigger and can push around Jeff Cobb. Sombo no Yaiba is one of them. Tag made to the Ashwang. Maybe the mystical elements of the Ashwang persona will allow a little bit of an advantage against the dark magics of the pit. That might be the strategy on the side of the United Empire. It doesn't work here. And it's junior heavyweight versus junior heavyweight as Gyokdo comes in. This match is being recorded before the first night of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament, so I can't tell you how TJP is doing in that tournament right now. I hope he's doing well, I really do. He needs a statement win in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and winning a block, or even winning the whole tournament, would definitely do that for him. Gyokdo, the Dark Rabbit of the Moon, has gone by many names here in the Animated Wrestling League. Currently 65 and 69 in his AWL record, and that puts him at -4 in the win-losses. A former Animated Wrestling League light heavyweight champion, almost landing on his feet, is TJP. But he gets back up, round and round and round he goes. No, not even a 1 count there before one of the Shadow Beasts comes in to fix things. I'm going to try and keep track of the action as it goes here, folks, but I do not expect this to maintain this level of calm. Tag Kogeki, double flapjack! Thought they went for a big back body drop there. Hey, sometimes I guess and sometimes I get it wrong. And now we're back to that size differential. And this is a little more... Oh, wait a minute. The Dominator, I don't think... No, somebody either didn't see him. Both sides now interfering on behalf of their guy. Power bomb! Jackknife style. Not the full Sansu crossing, but it forces the Ashwang out of the ring. And right into a nest of vipers. Come on, desperation tag and... Oh! Big meaty men going to slap some meat! We saw in the match where he won the NJPW Television Championship, World Television Championship, excuse me, that Jeff Cobb can break out of the big, bulky bruiser mentality. He can go techers when he needs to, and he might have to against the forces of the pit. A tag was made on the other side, however. Now the Shadow Beast, the Simulacra of Gambahishi Dark, who again we have not seen since he lost the Grand Championship, but he's always back there. Gamba always back in the shadows, echoing throughout the history of the Animated Wrestling League, long been called our final boss, Rasubosu, to paraphrase James Holzhauer. And drop kick, down goes the AWL Grand Champion, and that might be part of the game plan here. Attack Ospreay on the outside, weaken the Dragon Slayer so that he has less of a chance of becoming a Demon Slayer. Sombo no Yaiba, the blade that cuts between life and death. Will Ospreay, the greatest wrestler of the 21st century, will collide here in the Animated Wrestling League for the richest prize in all of Animated Wrestling, dare I say one of the top titles in all of professional wrestling, the AWL Grand Championship. But right now, it's faction warfare as the Pit almost picks up the victory over Jeff Cobb, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Does not count in professional wrestling. Not even 5 minutes into the match now. 20-minute time limit in any AWL match with more than 2 members on each team. So trios, atomicos, anything like that, we have the extra time limit. Sling Blade. Down goes the big man. And it looks like the Dominator Greato Cobb being mugged on the outside. The Shadow Beast now going to be looking for the wings of the devil. Akuma no Tsubasa, a shadow of Gambahishi Dark's execution of the move. But it can still do a lot of damage. It can still win a match, but it's not invincible. So a breakup by the Ashwang, saving things. TJP, the most experienced wrestler of this group, having to come in to save the day, and needs to get out of there or he's going to get the team disqualified. After disqualification 5 count, referee admonishes, out he goes. Gyokdo down on the outside as well. And right now things are looking a little bit empty in the United Empire corner here. Jeff Cobb might be in trouble against this superhuman super heavyweight in Gamba's shadows and tries to, I think that was trying to throw an elbow or a knee or something at them. It didn't connect. It was an elbow shot. And tag made, and in comes the AWL Grand Champion, Will Ospreay. The Slayer of Dragons, the Emerald Dragon, the American Dragon have fallen at the hands Rainmaker! An homage to the man that brought him into New Japan Pro Wrestling and elevated his career, elevated to the sky. The Rainmaker Lariat, but not enough to put away. Or maybe he's sucking up to one of the EVPs. I don't actually know. Is Okada an EVP? I know he's a member of the Elite. No, he's not. He's not actually an EVP of the company. Go, thank goodness for that. It's weird enough seeing Tanahashi go corporate. Downward spiral. If he can do that one-on-one, that could very easily be V2. The Great Okan in now. Oh! Great Okan taking the challenger down. The title match is set. It's going to happen. The rank not on the line here. This is not the number one rank in the AWL Best for Sonba no Yaiba. This is the official number one contender. 1, 2. That means he's locked in. Even a loss here tonight would not cost him his rank. Right hand, and just handing them out like candy. And of course you see how the Dominator, Great Okan, all hail, tapes up his fist. That's to give him a little bit of extra grip strength on the claw hold that he'll use either as a submission or as the claw slam. It also gives a little more power to that punch, the taped fist. A barely legal weapon, but legal it is. Double Irish whip, and now the double big back body drop. As Gyokto, the legal combatant alongside the Great Okan. Great Okan, the only guy on the NJPW side, on the United Empire side, who's a pure NJPW dojo graduate. Went on excursion to the UK, dominated in Red Pro, came back to Japan, and became the Dominator. Tag made to the boss man. Tag made. Yeah, they say the United Empire does not have a leader. It does have a figurehead. It does have a masthead. And that is the Dragon Slayer, Will Ospreay. Oh! There's that elbow, a not-so-hidden blade. Tag again to Okan. The man who's long been the mouthpiece in Japan of the United Empire. Mainly because he's the only one that speaks fluent Japanese. And standing over the Shadow Beast, his body between the shadow and the corner. But the Simulacra of Gamba Kishidar climbs back to a vertical base and breaks the claw hold. With 10 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Dominator Great Okan, all hail. Oh, knocking his own partner off of the apron there. That is a risk in these kind of Atomicos matches. You've got so many people at ringside. Tag made to the Ashwang. And I think this might be an advantage United Empire because they have a greater variety of ability on their side. The Pit is mostly powerhouse brutes, and that's incredibly effective, incredibly dangerous, but that means the United Empire much better able to switch things up mid-match. Referee clearing the ring, 1 in, 1 out, Brainbuster on the Grand Champion! The Grand Champion is down! Brainbuster on the outside on Will Ospreay.
You couldn't take that. 10 minutes tops.
And that's the shadow that was targeting Will from the very beginning. That was a game plan. I don't know who's in charge of the Pit. I don't know if it's Gisei, if it's Gamba Dark, if it's something much lower. But somebody sent some marching orders here. And you can even see in his body language, Will Ospreay a little bit woozy here. He's not going to be thinking ahead. He's not going to be thinking to double or nothing in his shot at the AEW International Championship. He's going to be focusing on defending against Sonba no Yaiba, defending his World Championship, his Grand Championship. He was an IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I was in the building when Will Ospreay first became IWGP Sekai Hebi Kyuoza. And we all get to be in the building when he defends the Yokozuna title, the Grand Championship of the Animated Wrestling League, against an absolute beast. And he can do... No, who does that to the Great Okan? Who does that to the Dominator? Who can do that? Sombo no Yaiba can. The blade that cuts between life and death, inevitable as death itself. And maybe about to send the Great Okan across the river. Sansuka, no reversal! He pulls a miracle. Tag is made. Will Ospreay back in. The Shadow not able to keep him. Oh, throws him off. Will recovers immediately. Irish whip. Leapfrog. Into the... Oh, perfect. Using the opponent's momentum against him. Good strategy by Ospreay. The man who moved from junior heavyweight to heavyweight. Roll through. Misses with the big boot, however. There's just bodies all over the floor. And now does the head vice. Trying to squeeze the life out of the champion. But he is on another level. He knows what he has to do to dig down deep. To pull out a victory in times like this. Springboard. Goes to the Os cutter. Doesn't connect. That's going to be a problem. Ospreay, who has retired the Storm Driver. I have been told he has promised he will not use that in the Animated Wrestling League either. Goes for Oz Cutter. Doesn't hit it. Now we're on the outside. Everything goes out here. Senior Japanese official Hana Babaganoush of the famous Babaganoush wrestling family with the 20 count. I'd hate to see this match end by 20 count, by ring out, or even worse, double ring out, but it certainly could. These two just want to fight. Oh, what is this going to be? Going into a submission hold here, showing that he can lock a submission on the giant body of Sombo no Yaiba. Almost a regal stretch, I think. I'm not entirely sure. No, that's a... I don't even know what that is. No, sorry, that's not the regal stretch. We don't have the legs hooked. But that's a shade of that traditional British submission style. More the playground of Zack Sabre Jr. Oh! And, oh, endless light on the super heavyweight. He hits the endless light. And Will Ospreay saying, I am done with you. Tag made into the Dominator. He says, Khan, end this. And he will, I think, with that claw hold. And that's it. The United Empire picks up the victory. And it's the #1 contender that falls at the hands of the United Empire, and literally at the hand of the Great Okan.
Here are your winners, the United Empire.
You know you want to see it. Will Ospreay, Sombo no Yaiba. And I've just been told it's coming next week. Main event, Joshi Tag Team Division. The Black Tigers, who feel they've been forced to hide in the shadows for too long, about to take about 6 hours to make their entrances.
The following tag team contest is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, making her way the ring, from the Black Tiger Dojo, Black Tiger.
The Harbinger, the herald of the new era of the Black Tigers. The first to make her appearance. So here we go. What will the stipulation be? The challenger has the right to name the battlefield. A tables match! Have we ever had a tables match? I don't think we have. We've had matches with tables in them, but we've never had a tables match for a championship in the Animated Wrestling League. But as the complete the complete Intercontinental Champion, a Contender's title, Black Tiger Queen has the right to name her chosen stipulations. That's why people want to take the road less traveled. You leapfrog the best four. You choose the match. Kid Canada chose 2 out of 3 falls against Will Ospreay. Didn't work for him. But as much of a powerhouse in the Joshi division as Black Tiger Queen is, we might have a new Joshi champion, and it's going to take a broken table to do it. And now, here comes the Queen.
And her tag team partner, also from the Black Tiger Dojo. She is the reigning, complete Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion, Black Tiger Queen. Together they are the Black Tigers.
And you see the white strap of the Intercontinental Champion besmirched by the dark forces of the Black Tigers. Every completed champion of the Intercontinental Division fulfills their potential. They get that custom center plate. But I don't like the look of that belt.
And their opponents, introducing first, taking over to the ring from Tokyo, Japan. We're Prodigy, the reigning Animated Wrestling League Joshi Champion, Wakazaki Hime.
Wakazaki Eye, very simple there, saying table match. Okay, let's do it. This is my future. Puroresu Prodigy. The little student from the dojo, all grown up, reigning as champion. And Black Tiger Queen would not be the first undefeated wrestler the Wakazaki Eye has dethroned in her career. Of course, winning that title from Amy Wade, the true Toronto star. And now this first ever tag team match. First ever tag team combination.
And her partner, making her way to the ring from the unified School of Tiger style, the Ring Tiger.
Now this is an unregistered or a non-registered tag team. As you saw in our opening graphic, we saw the 2-0 undefeated record of the Black Tigers versus the NR. That's what that means, non-registered. So while there's a win in the Tigers' war, and of course individual victories on the line, no possibility of a tag team record for Spring Tiger and Wakazaki Eye coming into this match. But this is still your main event. This is your preview of the next AWL Joshi Championship defense. Hopefully we will not have any tables broken in this match. That's the big news coming out of this. We now know Wakazaki Eye must defend against Black Tiger Queen in the first ever championship tables match in the history of the Animated Wrestling League. Bang the gong, we are on 15 minutes, and no springboard for you, says Wakazaki Eye. She drops down into the Reclamator. Wakazaki Eye, immediately the necessary breakup by Black Tiger Queen. Now, Black Tiger Queen, undefeated in the Animated Wrestling League. She's 9-0, looking to go 10-0 tonight. A loss in a tag team match counts as a loss. So if Wakazaki Eye or Spring Tiger were to pin Black Tigress, and there's a Tiger Bomb, boom! That is a big old double middle finger right to the Black Tigers, who claim that they are the true way of the Black Tigers, the true way of the Tiger style of professional wrestling. But absolutely not. Wakazaki, the Puroresu prodigy, trained as an all-rounder by Dragon in the AWL dojo. Backcracker launch, belly-to-belly slam, tag Kogeki combination by the Black Tigers, and for the first time, Black Tiger Queen legal in the bout. As I said, she is 9-0, the undefeated Intercontinental Champion. On her first night in the company, she wins a six-way scramble match in order to challenge for the IC title, wins it from Akira Merune, from the Mistress of 1,000 Holds, and suddenly just runs through, and now she is the, I believe, the only L0 wrestler in the AWL Joshi division. I think that's the case. I'd have to double check. I don't think, hang on, one. Couple of minutes in now, 13 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Another tag was made there as Wakazaki now facing off against Black Tigress, who's no slouch in the win-loss department either, 8-3 coming into this. And most of those losses coming in one-on-one matches to Spring Tiger. And Wakazaki on the plus side of the ledger as well, 12-6, currently slotted to compete in the AWL. Actually, I think all of these wrestlers are currently slated to compete in the first ever AWL Natsu Taikai, which will happen this summer on or around the summer solstice. We're going to have our first ever summer tournament. It's going to be a women's exclusive tournament. It will be the Joshi division equivalent of the New Year's tournament, the Oshogatsu Taikai. And yes, that does mean a belt that the winner will carry for 1 calendar year. As Emerald Dragon, oh wait a minute, Gotch style belly-to-belly slam as Wakazaki, the champion, is down on the outside. Spring Tiger, now the legal combatant, having to face off against her greatest rival, her mirror opposite, her Moriarty, the Moriarty to her Holmes, the Joker to her Batman, Black Tigress. The volley that started this Tigers war. And you saw the record earlier, 9-6. Advantage to the unified school. But I must say that the Black School has been gaining power, has been gaining momentum. It could very easily gain the Joshi Championship in 7 days' time. Oh, look at that! Ultra Conrana to the AWL Intercontinental Champion. Split leg moonsault. Now, I'll point out, nobody's wrestling the correct wrestler here. Your legal combatants right now are Black Tigress and Spring Tiger, who finally realize what's going on. With 11 minutes on the clock, and of course the 20 count on the outside, that's all the referee can do to stop this. She can say, hey, get back in the ring, but beyond threatening to count them out or disqualify them, there's not much you can do. This is your main event of AWL Hontai, episode 436, and again, we are 7 days away from double title matches, tables match for the Joshi Championship, one-on-one, Dragon Slayer versus Demon for the AWL Grand Championship. Halfway through the count now. And looking again, that Gotch-style slam. Not even a pile driver. Wrist control, back forearms. And oh, look at that! Straight up, educated back paw right to the face. 15. We're about to hit a time call, but we've got more important problems here to give the Gotch style power slam. 5 minutes are left. We're at 17. Someone's got to get back in that ring. This could be a double count out. This would be a draw. Roll in. This would be a victory for the Black Tiger. Spring Tiger's got to get up. She's got to get up now. The tag is made. Black Tiger Queen is legal, but is Spring Tiger going to get in on time? Yes, she is. 19.87, and she walks right into STG. Spring Tiger Giri, the reverse GTS. STG, Spring Tiger Giri, 1, 2, no. That would have been the end of the undefeated streak. And that would have been a massive victory in the Tigers' war. That would have moved The Unified School of the Tiger Style into double digits. Up, down! A Tiger swing armbar. Double underhook into the armbar there with 9 minutes on the clock. The Black Tigers have isolated the non-champion. Spring Tiger, of course, an accomplished wrestler. Former AWL tag team champion with a couple of different partners. And honestly, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking, Wakazaki, Spring Tiger, that'd be a hell of a tag team. And barely in the tag zone now. And the referee just got a hit. I think, okay, that was deliberate. That should be a disqualification. We'll see what Hana Baba Ganoush, the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, says when she regains her senses. Coming up here, and no, Wakazaki slips down the back. Look at the size differential here. A tables match where power is all that matters. No pinfalls, no submission. The first person to send their opponent through a table is the winner. And the AWL Joshi champion, that is the right of the Intercontinental champion. The cash-in. Oh, God. Kick to the midsection. Sling away there. Referee back in position as Black Tiger Queen looking for a finishing move. Black Tiger crash! A Black Tiger crash. 1, 2, and no, the champion's still alive. But just barely. You can see Wakazaki on her very last legs here. She survived it once. Will she survive it again? Black Tiger crash. No, she does not. Black Tigress, 10-0. Black Tigers is a tag team, 3-0. They're in line for a Joshi tag team title shot as well. But right now, this is all about the Joshi Singles Championship. Imagine if she does that through a table.
Here are your winners, the Black Tigers.
And the Black Tigers make it a lot closer in the Tigers' War. Next week, Wakazaki versus Black Tiger Queen in the first ever championship tables match. Subscribe to the Animated Wrestling League. Make sure you do not miss our double title match episode next week. Korede Kimarida.